Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Have you guys been looking for me? Well, guess what? You found me in the kitchen with Angela, Creole Roots. I'm in the house. Today I'm coming before you. I wanted to do some baking, okay? So what I'm doing today is a chocolate chip cookie pie. It's really easy. It has quite a few ingredients, but it's still easy, okay? So I have my little dish here. And I'm gonna start by putting this butter. It's a whole half a stick of butter we need. Okay, so I'm always doing things New Orleans style, the way I like to do them. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in the microwave, probably on about say 30 seconds, a little more than 30 seconds. I wanna make sure that the butter is melted completely. I took it out early enough. It's room temperature and it's soft. It's like for cookies, like drop cookies or something, but I'm not doing that today. What I'm doing actually is a whole pie. I already have my pan set up, and I'm gonna make me a chocolate chip cookie pie, all things New Orleans. So join me in my kitchen. Go ahead and subscribe to the things that I do on my channel. Invite others as well, and you can go ahead and like, comment, that sort of thing. So yeah, my butter is ready now. So it's a simple recipe. It's a cookie pie. So that's what I'm doing today. We're gonna do a cookie pie, okay? I hope you can see the ingredients. Let me see, get that down a little bit. Yeah, so this is my melted butter. This is real butter, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by doing a half a cup of sugars. So it's supposed to be 1/3 cup, but I didn't find it sweet enough, so I'm gonna do a half a cup of white granulated sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar. So here's my half a cup. This is a whole cup, but within the cup it has the halves too, so you can use 1 cup if you want. I'm just adding both of my sugars in there, okay? So I need to get another spoon. I'm gonna try my later. Another spoon. So I'm gonna do a half a cup of brown sugar. So it's gonna be packed pretty well. Let me just see if that's a full half. Yep, it's a full half, see? So I'm dropping my sugar in. Like I said, this recipe is pretty simple, it's easy. And what balances salty, sweet, what balances sweet, salty. So what I'm gonna do is, where's my salt? Oh, it's right here. Okay, got my salt. It's gonna be a half a teaspoon of salt, right? So that's my half a teaspoon. Then it's a half a teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder, but baking soda. So I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon. This is 1 teaspoon, so I'm gonna do half of it. So there it is, a half right there. Drop that in with the salt. And then I'm just gonna mix it. Let me see, where's my mixer right here. So what you do is you just mix the butter and the sugars together, okay? And you can use a mixer. You can use a wood spoon or a whisk, and I'm using a whisk. So here is the mixture. See that? That's the butter and the sugar. That's also a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Then I'm gonna add all of my vanilla. I love vanilla, so I'm using it. So that's all my vanilla. It's supposed to be a teaspoon or so, but I'm gonna do what I do. So 1 large egg. Okay. Remember, this is a cookie pie. So I'm gonna get this egg mixed up in here. It's pretty simple though, you guys. It's not very strenuous. I have my oven preheating on 375. It's preheating. And then I'm gonna get the dough out. Okay. Now, that was basically almost all the ingredients. I have my chocolate chips right here by Hershey's. This semi-sweet. I'm gonna use about 1/2 cup of these, okay? So I'm trying to use my ingredients. I don't want them to sit there forever and then go bad. So I've been baking and giving stuff away to people. So we're doing 1.5 cups of, this is Swan's cake flour. So I'm gonna start off with my full cup. I don't want it like a cake, so I'm not sifting it. So it sounds like my oven is ready. Yeah, it's ready. So normally you would add, it's according to your stove. My stove, I found when I did the first one, it cooked too high at 425. That's what it really calls for. But I'm gonna do it on 375 the whole way. It's about 25 to 30 minutes. So this is 1.5 cups of flour right here. So that's all I'm doing right now is my flour. Okay. So I'm gonna transfer now to a spoon, a wooden spoon. I'm gonna incorporate all the ingredients in here. That was 1.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. So my Downs cake, it's all-purpose flour. It comes sifted, but I always sift my cakes again. That's just me. I like them light, moist, and fluffy. And then I'm gonna show you, this is pre-homemade or yeah, it's not all the way homemade because I didn't make the pie crust, I bought it. So I actually really did go in my big sister's kitchen and take hers. It's okay, she don't care. So this is my ingredients here. This is forming. You gotta mix the flour real good. So get that incorporated in. Make sure you get all the stuff off the side because this is your base, okay? So if you see that, it's good. So my brown sugar, everything's incorporated. You see it? Looks good, you guys. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use my semi-sweet baking chocolate chips, and I'm using 1/2 cup. It's probably gonna be heaping a little bit over 1/2, okay? So then we're gonna bake it in the oven. Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna take these chocolate chips. Some of them are, yeah, I'm gonna take them big chunks out. Move the big chops out. We're not gonna do that. And we're gonna do 1/2 cup of chocolate chips or a little bit more. It's not gonna be a complete full cup. It's gonna be just enough chocolate chips, okay? So then we're gonna get my cookie, my dough out, the refrigerator that's chilling. See the chocolate chips? So you drop that in there. And then all you do is you mix them. So you're folding the ingredients in together. You can even put pecans in here, or pecans as people call it. I'm from New Orleans, so I might not pronounce everything right, but I think you have an idea of what I'm talking about, right? So the mixture is gonna be good. So I'm adding a few more pieces in there. I don't want it to be overwhelming. I was testing my kitchen to see how it would work. And yeah. And you can save some of the chocolate chips for the top of the pie, the cookie pie. But that's basically it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get my dough out of the refrigerator. Here's the cookie pie dough right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get my dough out the fridge. So it's basically semi-homemade, right? So I have my pie crust. I'm gonna pull it out. We're gonna unwind it. We're gonna place it over the cookie dish. It's a round, okay? Drop that down in there. And I did kind of like moisten it with some cooking spray, because the last one I did, I wasn't too happy with it sticking to the pan. So you can crimp the sides if you like. You're just dropping it in there, and you can warm up the cookie crust. Like, not warm it, I don't mean warm it, I'm sorry you guys. You can leave it out when it's frozen, and then to thaw it out, and then to keep it not room temperature but cool, you keep it in the fridge once it thaws out. So here's the cookie. This is the part of the dish for the cookie dough to go in. So here it is. I'm just gonna drop all the ingredients in, and we're gonna smooth it out, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. This is a little fast video. If you wanted to do this, all you have to do is check the description down below. It's a real simple recipe, and you just drop this in the oven. You can start it off at 475 like I was saying. Let me get all this out. Or you can go ahead, 425, cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then drop your heat and finish cooking it an additional 25 minutes, so a total of 35 minutes basically. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this in the oven on 375, and I'm gonna watch it, and then once I'm done, I'm gonna let you see the finishing touches. So I'm smoothing it out all over, and it's gonna rise up. So it's really easy to make. I don't think cookies in general is too hard to make at all, right? And yes, my hands are clean. I always make sure my hands are clean. I always make sure my surroundings are clean and all of that. So let me just rinse off my fingers. Okay, and then I'm gonna like crimp the sides a little bit, like you can pinch it. Just pinch the sides going around. Just move your finger and squeeze, because it's a pie. So that's what it is, it's a pie. So you're just pushing and squeezing, pushing and squeezing. Okay. The little gnats get on your nerves in the summer. I don't have many, but they can be a nuisance. Let's see. So I'm just pushing with my finger and crimping all the way around. And then we're gonna bake it. And you know I'm gonna come back to you when it's finished, so you can see the finishing touches. And if you like my recipes and more, this is In the Kitchen with Angela, Creole Roots. Just doing baking today. I may do something tomorrow, bake something tomorrow too. And yeah, so my kids are getting together. They having family night. I ain't been feeling too good. I may get involved, and then again I may not, right? But whatever I do, cooking is my thing. I love to cook. So I went ahead and I crimped it all the way around in the dish. Then we're gonna get it in the oven. Just wanted you guys to see how I did it. You see that? So then it's gonna rise up to you guys. So here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and place it in the oven. I'm gonna set the timer to 25 to 30 minutes, okay? We're putting it on the middle shelf, on the middle rack. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer for, I'll say 25 minutes. And if I need to add more time, I will. I'll go ahead and get everything cleaned up, and I'll get back to you once the pie is done, so you can see the finishing touches. So come on and subscribe to my channel, invite others. Go ahead, like, comment, just subscribe, you guys. check me out. I'm on all video platforms. Just get back to me later. Thank you. Okay, I'm back, you guys. Thank you for joining me. It's been about 30 to 35 minutes, and it's time to take out the cookie pie. So it's a chocolate chip cookie pie, all things New Orleans, Creole roots in the house. I'm about to take my pie out. It's looking really good. And I'm gonna leave the description down below on the recipe so you can try this, okay? So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out the oven. And it looks pretty, you guys. Yes, I love it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So it's a chocolate chip cookie pie. And there you have it. I'm gonna put it there to cool. I'm gonna let it cool for about an hour or so. So let it just sit there and marinate like everything else. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and hit me up. If they're negative, you know I'm not gonna respond. I'm gonna ignore you, because that's what you do, negative people. You ignore them. So thank you so much for joining my channel each week. This is In the Kitchen with Angela, Creole Roots. If you're looking for me, I'm right here in my kitchen. Come on and join me weekly. I'll have 1 or 2 videos for you when I'm feeling okay. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Just hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, invite others, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.